We're going to pick up where we left off on our drawing. This will be a separate assignment, so we're going to rename it. We're actually going to keep all these sheets together. The interesting thing about working with Revit is that as we continue to build on this model, the drawings will automatically update themselves and add more detail into these. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to keep all my backup drawings. So I'm going to do a file save as. We're going to call this project. I'm putting it in, I'm going to work in my temp directory so I don't mess anything up. CJ's Hotel week 11. There we go. Save. So we're going to keep that sheet. I'm going to go over here to Sheets, right click and say New Sheet. You'll notice it kept my old title block is still in here. I'm just going to say OK, create that. This one I'm going to name Hotel Project 2. Sure, 4/15/14. We'll put an author in here of me. That'll work as long as we get a detail of it. So there's our title block for this week. It's already been changed to Hotel Project 2 and it's sheet A102. Once the minute I name this, it automatically renames the sheets over on this side. So let's go to floor 1 to start out with. And what we're going to do today is from chapter 4. It's going to be putting the exterior walls on, and we're going to do a few interior partitions. This is starts on page 414. We opened this up, and we're going to change our detail level to medium right here on this white box. So this gives us a little bit more detail on our multi-thickness walls. We're going to select our wall tool. I'm going to kind of zoom in here a little bit. And what we're going to select is the exterior brick and CMU concrete masonry units on metal studs. And just to show you what this is, I'm going to go to Edit Type. I'm going to go to Edit, because if I wanted to change this, I could name it something else and create a new wall type. We're going to go look at the section view through this wall. If we were to take a section through, at the top, see if I can zoom in here a little bit. We have a concrete parapet cap. We have brick, that's this blue on the outside. This red is a soldier course of brick. It means they're standing on end. Down here in the bottom we have some recesses in the brick. We have a little brick shelf here that sets on top of some concrete masonry units. And then on the inside, this layer, whether I can select it, there's gypsum wall board. You can see it turns blue. A vapor retarder, a metal stud layer, plywood sheathing, an air infiltration barrier, an airspace, concrete masonry units, and common brick. So I could change the dimensions of any of these things. These little boxes here are called reveals. You'll see we have 3 of them. They're at different heights, so if I wanted to adjust the height of this one to say 8 feet 4, and just hit apply, you'll notice that one comes down. Just to keep them evenly spaced, I'll put it back to 9 feet and hit apply. So this is just a recess in the brick. We'll say OK and OK, and we'll get out of this so I don't mess it up any. But if I did want to make any changes, I would probably just come up here and say duplicate and rename it something else so I could mess with it without messing up anybody else's stuff. Say OK. So that was just a little side. In the options bar at the top, this is our options bar. We're going to set our height to parapet. We've already set our elevations in here. Actually, we didn't do that, did we? We did that last week. We set all the elevations. Let's just go check and make sure everything is... I know they're in there because we've got all our floors in, so... Alright. Pardon me, lose my mind here. We want our finish, our pick line is going to be on the exterior finish face. We're going to select chain, make sure this is checked off. Our top offset is going to be 0, 0, so we'll keep that the way it is. And we're going to use this pick line option, this one with the arrow on it. And so now we can just select this outside piece, and you'll notice it's on the wrong side, but I see these two arrows, so I'm just going to click there and it flips it in. Same here, now it's on the right side. So what we see here is our brick is this hatched piece on the outside, and then this is our studs and our sheetrock. That one's good. If it looks like it's backwards, just flip it around. Everything's good. Looks like it's training itself that that's the way you want these walls. Nope, that one's wrong. So again, we'll just flip these arrows. I'll do this one. Flip it in. You notice I left that gap there, not a big deal. I'm going to come down here and flip this one in. Okay. This outside curve piece is actually going to be our glass atrium wall, so we're going to leave that for now. I'm going to go ahead and fix these up. I'm going to trim these out. I'm going to just hit the escape key, select this wall. You see this little ball. I'm just going to bring it down and just bury it until it's about halfway through and just let it go. You'll notice what happens is it mends itself. It heals itself all the way around. Same thing on the other side. We're going to select this wall and we're going to bring that down until it just buries itself a little bit in there and it will heal itself again. Okay? That's our exterior wall. If we want to look at it and see what it looks like right now, I'll just click my 3D view and there it is. Goes from the first floor all the way up to the parapet wall. Okay. Go back to our floor 1. Now this time we're going to add our basic curtain wall. So we're going to select our wall tool again. This time we're going to go all the way down to the bottom and you're going to find exterior glazing on these curtain walls. Again, we're going to use the option bar. We're going to set the height this time to the roof. We're going to select a top offset of top offset over here, top offset, -6 feet. And that should do it. Again, we're going to use our pick line. I'll zoom out and pan over here. So if I just select this line right here, you'll notice it selects the first curve. There's that wall. There's that wall. And there is that wall. Hit escape. Let's go take a look at our 3D view again. And there's our glass atrium wall on the outside of the building. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is the parapet wall. This time, rather than, we're going to the roof plan. And again, we're going to set our resolution to medium so we can see our walls. And I'm going to follow, we're going to select the small curved wall over here. Just select it and right click on this little dot. And we're going to say disallow join. Same thing on this end wall. Select it, right click on this dot, disallow join. Okay? That's the first thing you do. Now we're going to select the wall command. We're going to select this time a brick exterior wall with a parapet. And the reason this one's different is because it doesn't have that information on the bottom. It's just going to stop. It won't have those grooves or reveals down in the bottom. So we're going to select this one. It's already been pre-done. You're going to get this information here. Top of the wall is lower than the base. Just say reset constraints. Go back and select the wall again. The book actually says it's going to do this, so we're okay. We're going to set our base constraint is going to be the roof. It's already set here. Our base offset is going to be minus 6 feet. It actually puts it right on top of that atrium wall. Up to level, our top constraint is going to be up to the parapet. The top offset is going to be 0. We're going to use our pick line tool again. And I'm going to select, if I just hover my cursor over this and don't hit a button, it's going to hit my, make sure I get this right, just a page. Hit the tab key, and I'm going to hit it twice. You see how that turns blue? Now I can just left click. There's my wall. Again, come down to this wall, tell the first section highlights in blue, hit tab. Usually you have to hit it twice. There's the second section. Hover over the top, hit tab. Again, there's that blue section. It's going to give you this little warning. Don't worry about it, just leave it like that. So if we go look at our 3D view now, we can see that we have this parapet wall nicely hovering over the top of our glass wall. So it starts to really nicely enclose our building. We actually zoom in, you can see I've got it in smooth, but I've actually put it in realistic. We'll be able to see the bricks in the glass a little bit better. Back to realistic. Come on. Taking a second, I guess. Oh, that was ray trace. We'll just go shaded. Stays a little quicker, it's shaded. I think if you just let it sit there, see how the bricks kind of show up. Alright, so that's the end of part 1. And now we're going to work on some interior walls. This is starts on page 4-26. So I'm going to go back to floor 1. And we're going to do our full-length shaft walls. This is our stairwells and our elevator shaft. So we're going to start out in floor 1. We're going to select our wall command. We're going to select a basic generic 8-inch masonry wall. Generic 8-inch masonry. Our height is going to be to the roof, all the way from the first floor to the roof. Base offset is going to be 0. I guess I don't need the negative number in there. 0. Top offset 0. And what we're going to do is just start right here, and really you don't need to be, we're just using our line tool, not a pick line. So just start right here in the center of the column. Place that in there. I'll hit escape. I'm going to put another one right here. Don't worry if it goes into the column because it will trim itself out. And then we'll do, so these are a little bit out of alignment, which is fine. You can see that this line is where it should be. If I just take this alignment tool up here, select the line I want it lined up to, right here, and then select the line I want it to meet, it'll actually slide that wall over just a little bit. I think these other ones are pretty good. If I just select, make sure I'm so close that, yeah, I think that one's right on. This one will slide over just a little bit. Actually, that was, probably needs to go that way. I think I had it right the first time. That alignment tool works good if you're just kind of hand putting that in place. Let's go over to the other stairwell. We're going to do the same thing with our wall tool. All things should be the same. We'll just start right here on this column line, come straight down, straight over in this direction, pull it straight up, bury it right in that wall. I'm going to hit escape. And that one looks pretty good too. Not going to worry about doors just yet, but everything kind of falls into place. After finishing that, we'll go to our 3D section, and there we can see our stairwell tower, or yeah, the stairwell on that side, and on this side we've got an elevator shaft and a stairwell down on this side. And we can look, see if we can look down. There's our stairwell and our elevator. Okay. Now, let's go back and we're going to put some interior walls in. First we're going to add the front desk. So we're going to floor 1. Front desk goes between column lines C, D, and E and the main office. So we're going to use a basic wall that is a 4 7/8 1-hour partition, just drywall partition. Our location is going to be wall center line. Our top offset over here will be -1 foot, so it's only going to put it up to the ceiling. Floor 2, that looks good. And we're going to draw these walls just using our line command. So I'm going to bring this wall down till it lines up. Actually, it just goes down. It's 13 feet from the center of this outside wall. So if I just come up here to the center line and bring it down 13 feet, right there, and we're going to bring it all the way over until it touches this wall, hit escape, and then we're coming up here and just bringing this wall down until it meets. With that being done, what we're going to do is zoom in, because this is our office space over here. What's over here is going to be our service counter. So we need to lower this wall. In order to do that, we need to split the wall. So we're going to use a split element tool. It actually puts this nice little knife right on our wall, and I'm just going to place it right there. Just makes that split. Now I can select, if I go to modify, I can select this wall, or I can select this wall, either one. When I select this wall, I'm going to change the height of that wall to unconnected, and I'm going to put a height on it of 4 feet. 4 foot mark, there we go. If we look at it in 3D now, you'll actually be able to see there's our office space, and there's our low wall where our reception counter will be located. Okay. See if I can line this up any better. Wow, that worked good. I just used this edge to line the end of that up so it squared everything up for us. Let's go on the other side of the building. We're going to put 3 office cubicles over here and a radius wall. Again, we're using our column lines to lay this out. So I'm going to select my wall, same wall as before. I'm going to start right here from the face of the wall. Doesn't really matter on this one, because we want to line up with this stairway. So I'm just going to come down. You'll notice when I get close here, it puts a blue line in place. And bring this over until we get to this position. Bring it all the way back up to the top and bury it in there. Hit escape. Now we're going to start right here, and we're going over a distance of 8 feet. We're going all the way up to the top. And then from the face of the wall, right here, we're coming down. You can just hover it right in there, and it wants to stick there. Yeah, that's all right. I'm just going to put it 8 feet, run it over, and then I can change this. You can notice this little ball. You can, whoops, just click on the ball with your left mouse button. It'll reline this. So this one I want to be 8 feet. There we go. And then we've got another wall that is going to be 8 feet down from that location. And I always run into trouble here because I'm just going to bring it down. Just type in 8 feet, enter, and I can bring it straight across. Okay? Again, we'll go take a look at it in 3D. There's our office spaces and our beveled wall. It's straight wall right now, but shortly it's going to be beveled. So I need to put a 10-foot radius on this wall, so it's going to be curved on the end. You can see this in the textbook. What we're going to do here, just select the wall tool again, and we're going to select this tool right here, which is fillet arc, round a corner created by 2 intersecting lines. This actually works with full height wall. So I'm just going to put a radius on here and type in 10 feet. We're going to select this wall, and then we're going to select this wall, and Viola, there it is, our 10-foot radius. So let's go take another look here at our 3D model, and there is our our 10-foot radius. We can see it through the glass. We still don't have floors in here, but we don't care about that. We're building less gravity. We don't need that. So there's our basic first floor plan lobby area. We'll be adding some more floors later on. So we're going to go back now. This is 1/16 of an inch equals a foot. And what I want to do is I want to go to my site plan right here. And I'm going to take a picture from the outside by going to my view tool. And I'm going to say 3D view, drop this down and say camera. My camera is going to be at 5'6" is fine. And I'm going to be out here quite a ways. I'm going to be standing out here in the street. I want to take a picture of this beautiful hotel. Bring it straight across and just left click. Now you'll notice it's a little bit out of scale. I need to stretch my focus up until I can see the entire hotel. It's going to have to go up quite a ways. There. Zoom E. There's my image. I can bring this back in a little bit. So it's not finished, but it's good. We're going to change our rendering mode of real to realistic on this. And down in the bottom you see this little X. This is turning shadows on and off. I want to see shadows. We can actually set the sun settings on it for a still picture, and our location can be, we'll build this in Bangor. Here's a default cities list. We'll find Bangor or Beijing. There it is. There's our latitude and longitude. We'll set today's date, and we'll put it at 10 a.m. in the morning. Hit apply, hit OK, and you can see now that the sun is giving us more reflections off the glass and that type of thing. So we're getting a little cute little model of our building. This thing actually saved itself over here under 3D view, so we're going to rename this perspective. I'll just right click and say rename, call it perspective, hit OK. Now the next thing I want to do is go to our south elevation, south I think, yep, so I see the glass. Now we're going to change our scale on this one also to 1/16 of an inch equals, actually 1 inch equals 20 feet, so it'll fit on the paper better. Okay, so we got some issues here with our plot. So watch what happens if I just select this level for floor 8 on the line. I'm going to get this blue line, and if I just take this circle, I can pull this information out so it doesn't interfere with the building. The parapet, I can select and hit this little elbow tool. We can move some of this stuff up. We can reassign some of these things, being careful not to move the elevation. And we'll probably need to do the same thing down here on the bottom, where I need to take this one, click the little ziggy line, and we'll pull this one down, and I can pull the text box over this way and over this way, and it looks good. Our letters up at the top, let's see if I can take this blue one, and I'll just, I wanted to just move that one out. There we go. If you hold your mouth just right, you can make it work. So it just separates these things. This one's not quite touching, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. And on this one, I'm also going to make this a realistic view so we can actually see the brick on the outside. Let's see, do I have to change the, I want to make sure my shadows are on. We'll go to our sun settings. I think we may have to still apply, okay. That looks good. Yep. The longer you wait, it kind of develops itself out. So now we'll go to our hotel project 2. I'm going to take my south elevation, drag and drop it right onto the screen. You'll see it just fits in there nicely in the corner. Very good. And now we're going to take our perspective, and I'm not going to drag it yet because I need to change something. Double click it. We see the view. I want to go up here to, I'm going to select it, and we're going to select size crop. Select right there, and I want to make the width of this, I'm going to say 4 inches. And I'm going to select scaled lock proportion, so it'll keep the aspect ratio correct. And all I have to do is change one dimension. I'll hit apply and OK. And that way I'm sure I can fit it on my paper. At least I'm pretty sure. Double click here, and now we can take our perspective, place it on our drawing. There's our perspective. Gives it, there's no scale on it, so it's because it's just a perspective. But now we got this 1 inch equals 20 elevation. Our outside perspective, which again will update itself as we get more information in here. And then the final thing, see if I can, I just wonder if I can get rid of that border. Detail level medium. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll leave it there. I know there's a way to get rid of it if I want to. I just can't think of it right now. Maybe it's on the perspective itself. That has this border on it. And right click. Hide in view elements. There we go. Nice. That looks better. Looks good. We're going to go up to our R tool. We're going to say export. DWF properties, make sure my print setup is correct, uses sheet size, hit OK, next. I'm going to put this in my temp lab work. I'll overwrite this one. Yes. There is a free download if you want of the Autodesk. I just updated mine. So if I go here now and select the right folder, work. There's my CJ's Hotel, today's date, 6:50 p.m. mind you. Autodesk Design Review 2013 is a free redliner application. You can just go online and download it. I didn't have any trouble. So there's my drawing. I'll print that out, give myself a nice grade, and turn it. And that is our lab assignment for this week. And we can see we're getting some nice reflections on our glass, so everything's looking good. Next week we're going to start working in doors and windows. And so that should do us for this week. Thanks.